thank you for everyone that coverage of Premier League that they have. We have a Mikolenko that we were worried about having a knock from last week, but he's in the starting lineup, and at least for I'm at, they're just leaving, walking out of the tunnel. I'm imagining we're going to have a little bit of a time delay between everyone. So if you hear my reaction, I have a feeling based on the US coverage of the matches, it's a slight delay to the British coverage. So if I seem a little bit behind on my reactions, apologies there. I'm going to set up a live banner to go across the bottom with the starting lineup here in a moment. And while we get that set up, why don't we quickly clear and post that while I get the ticker going. Probably had an opportunity there, but we're sticking with the informed Ben Godfrey. Harrison coming back to the right there. Ghana Gay and Ghana keep their place. A bit of controversy after Anana's performance and a goal that we've been ever so lacking, but he's on the bench again. Decore playing in that number 10 role, quite likely to form as a middle three, except when going forward. And then Calvert-Lewin as the striker there. Hello, Joey. Yeah, live at Brighton, they're going through their back four as Lamptey, Von Heck, Duncan, then Igor Julio. They've been a rotating door at their left back this year. They had a Stupinian out injured. When he's playing excellent, he's the danger man, but he's also leaks goals. Been quite interesting without Matoma in the squad. We're not sure if it was the Mason Holgate injury that caused it, but they have a quite odd front four set up right now with Ferguson as the lead, but they also have Welbeck, who usually plays as a number 9, drop into that left side. So we'll see if it actually becomes this 4-2-3-1 that we're pretty used to here in football these days, or do they actually play more of a 4-4-2 where Welbeck and Ferguson find some flow between them? Yeah, we're not sure if that was the injury, but does anyone remember if when after that challenge did Matoma get taken off? Because if it was one of those like muscle injuries, sometimes you can be hit with contact like that and work your way through the match still, and it's not a problem. But the second you cool down, try and ice up, man, does that kill. Becky, is this related to an audio visual from my side, or is that something unrelated? I see. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out with these live streams, knowing that you're used to having a computer with internet that works perfectly well, and all of a sudden you decide you're going to try and host a stream, and it pulls a lot more data. So I'm trying to see after with Chad and I last night, although the flow was good, we're trying to see if we can tweak some of the. Is it a network thing? Is it a bandwidth on the computer? So I'm going to try and if there's any issues with on the stream and speed and feedback, let me know, and I'm going to be trying to figure that out over the week. But where I'm at, we're just about at kickoff here with a really strong salmon pink. I think that's a backup outfit. I need some well, Everton kit. We're now at just kicking off. Showing Garner Harrison and a lot of sloppiness to the middle. Interesting. We're really we're talking about that press that we don't want to be doing, where we pull ourselves out of position, and at least at the beginning here, where maybe we have enough energy to get away for it for a few minutes. Yeah, salmon fishing in Brighton. Exactly right, Peter. The problem is we don't want to be caught napping by their trap. A lot of switching the play from Brighton, not a surprise either. Trying to see if oh, okay, we're going on that left wing. Adingra swapped from right mid to left mid, so that's kind of interesting. Godfrey handled it well. Didn't overcommit. We're at a corner here at on my watch. We're at what 1 minute 20 in. All the scores on a scroller. That's a good idea. What I'll do then, I'll get that set up as we go. That's going to be, if you want all the scores, I can certainly do that. It's going to take a few minutes to set up, but I can do that while trying to watch live. So the corner comes in. Who is that? Bonanotte against Godfrey. Another deep, uncomfortable cross. Tarkovsky takes it out for a corner. Interesting seeing Lamptey play it right back after a few weeks of him playing left fullback. You're seeing him really comfortable coming into the middle and crossing with his left. Comfortable short corner. Oh, this is exactly what we want. We've got Garner Gay into the middle there. Oh, a little bit overhit. Okay. We talk about that with Harrison. We know he knows what he wants to do, but executing that pass just didn't go through again. Okay. Oh, that looked uncomfortable for Mikalenko, but it was a brief two-on-one, but good recovery. And we know that with Daisha squads, they'll focus defensively and on recovery. And so far, that seems to be the way we're going here. Okay. Goal for Aston Villa. Hopefully, I can be a little bit faster in getting that set up. Who scored for Villa, by the way? DCL left in a bit of isolation. Okay. We keep getting score ticker. I just need to make sure I get my the setup here. So Aston Villa is now on 1. Forest on 0. We also have, what's our other scores? We have Brighton still on 0. Everton 0. Palace on 0. Burnley 0. Quite a few matches to keep on the ticker at the moment, huh? Man United 0. Fulham 0. And I think that's what we've got for now. And we'll update that as we go. So hopefully this is coming through now. What's interesting is I'm watching the game off the iPad, so I don't pull as much internet in case there's a lag there. But Usually I'm getting live scores either off the phone or the iPad because the apps give it automatically. It seems the SofaScore app for live is a little bit delayed, or you need to refresh your computer instead of it gives you the live. So if there's any score changes, feel free to add them in here and I'll update the banner accordingly. So we're at 5 minutes in. Had looked away to get the ticker set up, but we have Brighton playing in the back four again. We have Dunk and Van Heck looking pretty comfortable. They're passing through us quite comfortably through Gilmore as well in the middle there. But again, we're not overcommitting. We at the very beginning we got pretty excited, and it looks like we're set up in a bit of a deeper holding position now, which is certainly beneficial. I see it being very risky if they're passing through us with ease. So if we overcommit going up front, that could be a real danger sign for us. And as we said, the other results right now, the only goal so far is from Watkins, Ollie Watkins. I was looking to get him on my fantasy team, but I decided against it last minute to avoid the -4, and maybe that's hurt me already. So we have Tarkovsky on the ball, back to Pickford, and a hoofball through the middle. Well, DCL, that was not as bad. At least if DCL's winning headers and knocking it to Decore, that's a avenue on goal. So I don't really mind it. I think this is the same feeling a lot of us are having, Johnny. I think irrespective of the lineup itself, it's how we choose to play. A lot of our squad are capable in the right formation to be dangerous. Let's just see how it goes. Oh, that was close. Looks like it was a brief deflection, but Danny Welbeck had an opportunity deflected just wide. Tyreek Lamptey is getting a lot of space from that right back position. Knocked it to Welbeck, and Tarkovsky used the back of his ankle for a very last-ditch and lucky deflection. That could have gone absolutely anywhere, but right now we need all the luck we can get on these kind of deflections. So I'll take it. So we're at 7 minutes 20 on my clock, coming in for the corner. We're anticipating the short corner for once, which is nice to see. All right, easy header away. You're having McNeil and Garner Gay anticipating the short corner. That's something we really haven't seen enough of so far throughout the year, so that was quite interesting. It was a poor clearance from, I think, Garner to keep us penned in, but Gilmore going out to the right. I think that's Pascal Gross. Yep. But we're playing quite a narrow low block. Godfrey handled a dinger there. That was good to see. My concern, especially with Matoma out, is a dinger, but I think that's probably what Brighton are doing here. They know that they don't have the pace for the Pascal Gross and a dinger to have those two wingers, and especially when they had Welbeck in that winger position, it's kind of fake. So they're going to have Lamptey out wide on the right and then out wide on the left as a dinger. Oh, Decore is getting heated up. Please don't hit him on the touch him and cause us a fake red. I don't want to deal with that again. But that's part of why we love Decore, is his fiery nature. Sometimes you kind of shake the magic 8 ball and see what result you get out of his emotions, but he's willing to commit emotionally and physically. Von Heck backing into players, and yeah, we are getting battered at the moment, aren't we? Partly it's the wing play, partly it's that we're so narrow in our defensive. Our midfield is playing so tight to our back four to give no space, because very quickly they're looking comfortable getting past us. But here's in a moment like right now, that was a good touch by Harrison, but again, as we've been saying, took on a player on the right. I'm at 9 minutes 25, 26. He took on a player, and that release ball, man, that's just really frustrating. We know he's doing the right thing. It's exactly the kind of opportunity we want, where we say, as James said, we're getting battered, but we're letting them batter us so that they get a false sense of security and we have these breakaways. But if we don't take our opportunities, we're in real trouble. Again, this is a really open match. I was joking about my 3-3 being a crazy score, but the way this game is kind of playing out, this could get really open, which as long as we get the result, I love high scoring matches too. I'm kind of getting sick of these 0-0, 1-1 dice ball results, but it's been an interesting game so far. That's Julio on the ball. Welbeck's certainly dropping deep, I guess, playing as a false nine to make the midfield a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, Joey's exactly right. That's what I think we're all seeing right now. He looks like our best avenue, but really, if we're quite frustrating. Von Hex on the ball. Alana looking comfortable. That wasn't much contact from Ghana, but anytime you make any contact to the backside of a player and they fall over, they get the free kick. As long as they're consistent, I guess we have to deal with it. They're doing some fantastic switches, Brighton, really trying to stretch us out. They know the second we start to open up, that's where they get the space. And these diagonal balls are really doing that. And they're very quick in through the middle. And we've got Welbeck in on goal. Oh no. Okay. That was close. Very quickly, they by having a few diagonals and then coming through the middle through Lallana, we looked quite exposed. And then very quickly, Welbeck seemed to have some pace here. Let's look at doing a live score update. All the other results are in that 13 to 14 minute mark. I think we're 1 minute behind everyone else, and it's still only Villa at a 1-0. So let's hope to keep that result that way. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're relating to that Ghana foul a couple minutes ago, but there's a lot of these soft contact plays that I wish came out of the game. As long as they're calling it consistently, then the defenders and strikers know, and the referees know how to police it, but it's still a little bit frustrating. Man on. Gay gave it away. I'm not sure if he was told, but he got swarmed in the middle. James Garner has the ability to come through, but he just it was a nice easy giveaway to someone else, so he didn't have to take accountability in the middle and put a Garner Gay in gave him that hot potato that he didn't want. Yeah, I think we're from a couple minutes back, him running forward and Welbeck nearly coming through. That was the best chance so far, but Brighton have looked quite good even with us playing defensively. The second we try and open up the game at all. So I'm at 12 minutes 45. Tarkovsky back to Ghana, back to Branthwaite, back to Pickford. I'm expecting some hoofball, playing that short ball to the number 6 to see if. I'm not sure why we're trying this. I know we ask for some creativity through the middle, but right there we go. Oh no, okay. We're getting really lucky here. We're trying to play it out from the back, but we're looking really shaky. We're almost giving the ball away, but Brighton haven't caught on yet. If we continue this, I'm really nervous through the middle. I'm not sure if you'd say we're bottling it yet, but I feel I can see how we're playing. It feels a little bit different than previous weeks, but and this one here, I certainly agree with what I'm watching right now. We're giving the ball away a whole bunch on simple passing errors. I'm not sure if it's the matter of they're feeling pressured on the ball because Brighton are very quick at closing us down, or what that cause is. But for Premier League players on the wages they're on, you expect better, and we know that they're capable of it. But for whatever reason, maybe this is why at times when they get nervous, we play hoofball. But we should have the ability to go through the middle better than what we're doing right now. Okay, so we're on 14 minutes 15 over here. Branthwaite winning the ball back. James Garner not having any option. Oh, okay. They played it back. So good interception from Branthwaite there, knowing when to commit forward to win that ball. Yeah, it might be. It's certainly reactive. It seems a little bit faster paced, and maybe that's why the passing's all over the place. But the second we win the ball back in these positions, we seem to not know what to do with it right now, just like a deer in the headlights. So we have Pickford, and again, 14 minutes 55 for me. Pickford, the two hands up, saying, gonna hoof it long again. Back post to Tarkovsky. No one anticipating the middle, and Brighton have the ball again. Well chased, Tarkovsky. Oh, okay. Adingra got past him, and then back through to the middle. Yeah. Well, we still have some of the Benitez players in the squad, but at this point, there's a lot of years of fundamental skills that we should be able to teach ourselves, even if it's a simple pass and move. You don't need to be able to dribble the ball to create that space. Brighton players are certainly dribbling. Welbeck's doing a great job on it. He's making us look really uncomfortable. Garner just knocking him over, bundling him over from the back, and they have a free kick maybe from about 22 yards out. At times, Idrissa Gueye has been comfortable on the ball, but his effectiveness is, as we know, to win the ball and then not to have it. So anytime you choose to pass to Idrissa Gueye, you're rolling the dice right now. Brighton are doing excellent at closing us down, but looks like we have Bonanotte and Pascal Gross deciding on who's going to take the free kick. The free kick's from a lot further back, so they must have taken it back to the point of initiation for that foul. Little touch from Gross going out wide to Adingra again, seeing if they can stretch us. Harrison on him. Well, a little bit uncomfortable, but covered. Godfrey's been handling Adingra a lot better than Harrison has so far, but I guess that's not a surprise. You're asking a right winger to be better than whatever we want to call Godfrey at this point, other than our fullback. But another corner. It was a slightly uncomfortable clearance from Tarkovsky. So it's on the left corner flag being crossed in. Going to back post, handled by Branswaite. Bonanotte getting it on the edge of the 18-yard box again. And they're going to stop back to Lamptey. Crossing with his opposite foot. That was interesting. Well, Peter, that foul that Mikalenko got was very much the one that we don't like seeing when it's against us, but we'll take it when we get it. I may have missed this one as I've been following through the tickers and the scores, but Idrissa Gueye, the most comfortable thing he can do is pass it back to Pickford, back to Branswaite, to Garner, to Pickford. It's a little bit cheap possession for us. Then a long ball overhit and Decore. Oh, this is really frustrating to watch right now. That long ball was not necessary. Welbeck in on goal. Oh, really close again. And it's not even a counter-attack type play. This is a long ball overhit, and all of a sudden, all of our players are running for that long ball and out of position almost immediately, and we don't have anyone playing rest defense. So the second that turnover happens, they're right in on goal on us, right through the middle. Lallana, in particular, is really dangerous, feeding that ball to Welbeck, and he's been their biggest inroad to goal. I think this is corner number 7. It's 7-0. We're getting battered. A clean header from Lewis Dunk, but straight at Pickford. Yeah, this is the same feeling I think we're all having right now. Mikalenko, was that DCL? Yeah, he receives the ball, tries to find Decore and just really struggling. Yeah, I'd argue, Peter, we're lucky to not be down more than one right now, but if they don't, either they have their chances right now and they've missed them, or they keep going and it's only a matter of time the way this is happening. Welbeck is everywhere. This is really an interesting play for him. Ferguson truly playing as the number 9. Diagonal cross to Lamptey, cutting in on his left. A cutback, Tarkovsky anticipates. Decore, so what are you going to do with this? Back to Pickford and a long ball to no one. We're getting crunched, guys. Brighton are playing excellent. You have to give them credit there, but Welbeck is really making this game interesting, him and Lallana. But they're also holding the ball. Their pass and moving is excellent. They're anticipating our clearance headers. Well, we can be getting battered on the field, but the score is what matters. And poor TV, exactly right. I'll take it. I'm taking a 0-0 right now. This is when XG is in our favor. So Billy Gilmore shaking his head for a slightly overhit cross, and Pickford trying to show his bit of a personality, holding the ball, shaking his head, being disappointed. Hand up in the air. I've got the ball. What is he going to do? Back to Idrissa Gay. Really not very creative at all right now. An overhit ball to Ben Godfrey. Pickford's trying to tell everyone to calm down while he's the one not looking calm on the ball and shakes it off. It's amazing. We're not even halfway through the first half, and I'm hoping for halftime right now. Well, offense is the best defense. They made a little bit of pressure up front from Calvert-Lewin. Credit to him. It gave Pascal Gross a bit of an error, and we've got to throw in at 21 minutes 20 on the right side. Ben Godfrey's got the ball. Oh, why are you passing it back? This is now Tarkovsky's got it. Now we're trying to play fake possession here. We've got 27%, but this is the only time we have the ball. Back to Pickford. What's the point, guys? We had them where we wanted them. We could have easily done a long throw in into the box, and then we just start afresh, and now we're exactly where we started a minute ago. Let's go. Let's play it forward. Oh, it's every time we have the. Are you watching from Australia, Johnny? I've got the Australian accent. I've a little bit of. I confuse people as I've moved around in my life. I'm in Arizona. It's 8:23 in the morning here. That's one of our better plays right now. We've been asking about that little ball through the channel. Really well weighted from James Garner. Doucouré knew exactly where he's going, and it really stretched the Brighton defense. That's exactly what I've been asking for in the pre-match stats. That exact position in the channels, make Dunk uncomfortable. There's our first corner of the match. It's saying 5 corners to 1. I feel like that stat isn't correct. Okay, so we're at 22 minutes 40. A corner coming in from Dwight McNeil to back post. Tarkovsky's free. Oh, okay. We still got the ball, but okay, Dukes have a shot. No handball shout there. We have them penned in. Let's release this ball early enough. McNeil showing that he doesn't have a right foot, and they anticipate. Back to Ghana. Oh, this is when we have to be careful right now. Ferguson, he hasn't been much in this game. Welbeck's been doing much of their front 9 play. So we have Adingra on the left, again looking dangerous. Oh, that was a close one. He's a lot more comfortable on his right foot, but he I think he knew that Everton players knew it, so he dinks right, then goes back to his outside in the left, and not a bad strike for his weaker foot, but just wide of the post. I think I'm not sure if Pickford touched that or not, but Adingra looking dangerous right there. Agana Gay looking really uncomfortable, just falling on his ass. Godfrey not able to get there, but just enough pressure to put him wide. So we're at 22 minutes, or 24 minutes, sorry. Pickford doing a diagonal to left back, Mikolenko. Okay, that's exactly the ball we want to see. A little bit overhit, but that diagonal between Von Heck and I think Lamptey. From time to time, if we have if Mikolenko's playing forward and McNeil covers, that's not always a bad thing, but at times we need to see McNeil playing further up the pitch, don't we? Yeah. Nearly rattled the net, missed by a little bit, I think, but and to Joey's point, I think we're seeing little waves of this, but Adingra is actually an excellent winger. He's still young and raw, so you get good and bad weeks from him, but I think he's someone that is going to be the main danger man, but I'm seeing it through him. I'm seeing it through Lallana right now. Okay, looks like no cheap. We're looking for a cheap free kick on right around that 25-minute mark from Ghana Gay, but cheaply gave the ball away, and now Brighton are back on it, coming through the middle. Igor, I forget his name, not looking that great defensively. Maybe that's way in on goal. He's given a few sloppy passes around, but the rest of Brighton are looking really on it today. An excellent Pascal Gross, and now they're coming in through Welbeck, back to Adingra on the left, challenging on Godfrey. Well, that was close. So this time, after Adingra showing that he has a left foot, Godfrey can't just bank on him tucking in. So Adingra this time, instead of going left, went right on and tucked in on goal using that right foot of his, and just enough for Tarkovsky to flick it over. So another corner for Brighton. Checking score updates. It's still only Aston Villa on the score sheet for all the matches. The rest are still 0-0. Another free header. This time, Von Heck on kind of leaning on the back of one of our players, but again straight to Pickford. A nice early long ball. Let's see. That was the right play. When you do long balls like that, when they're out of position, that's their opportunity. But flicked off McNeil there. Ducouré back to McNeil. Oh, sorry, that's Ghana Gay to McNeil. Mikalenko providing an option, but it's still very one touch, and we're not dynamically able to pass through them at all. Harrison coming in to play as a kind of a false six. Oh, that was Tarkovsky. Better be careful here. Just enough composure in the ball, but Ferguson nicking by his ankles. Ghana Gay to McNeil. At least we have some comfort on the ball on that side. I trust McNeil's passing, at least on his left foot, more than Harrison's. Okay. So again, holding the ball. It feels like we're trying to play Brighton's game right now. I don't know why, but we're trying to bring their players out of position. But if you look at it right now, they only have 3 of their squad chasing, and everyone else is back into position. So how effective that really was for us, I don't see it. Especially out of the second they get the ball back, they have a fantastic dynamic central midfield with those 2 holding players, and it's really showing us up. We're getting outnumbered in the middle. McNeil crossed into Calvert-Lewin. Harrison, good first touch. Gives it back to Ghana Gay, to Godfrey. Across, a little bit short. That delivery we talk about, and a clearance. The times we are going forward, I'm liking what we're doing. It's really infrequent though, and to get there seems to take. It's like 1 of every 5 attempts are working out. We've got Mikalenko cross into the right general spot, a little bit overhit, but Harrison and Godfrey not really in the right position to receive that in the back post. But I think that's the right spot. I'm at 28 minutes and 40 seconds now. So who scored for Villa, Eugene? I'm going to update the ticker here for a second. For a 2-0 for Aston Villa. So it looks like Douglas Luiz for the second goal for Aston Villa. Well in Tarkovsky. Ghana Gay's just looking a little slow, isn't he? Yeah. I think we're looking a little bit better, but it's fits and spurts. If you guys are at the same time as me, around 29 minutes 40, they have a lot of really clever little triangles. It's sort of the Everton of old that we liked with the Leon Osman, Stephen Pino, Leighton Baines, these little one-touch combinations. They're doing that a lot better than we are. Oh, Decore, what are you doing? That almost looked like a good pass after a deflection, but that was poor. Back to Adingra. We're at 30 minutes now. The Adingra Godfrey matchup. Okay, Ghana Gay. Was that Decore or Gay? No, that was Ghana Gay. That was a really clever little tackle there. And again, him winning the ball back is all well and good, and we need that on a match like this. But I'll have to let's keep an eye out for Gay as he's going here. He looks like he is hobbling, at least for me, on 30 minutes 30. It may have been a little stretch for a tackle. So a lot of the ball coming through our central midfielders, but they're playing more as defensive midfielders rather than that that pivot that we need to see. Oh, that's a good diagonal from Tarkovsky to McNeil. Okay, you've got legs. Here we go. Back post, back post. Oh. We'll have to see that back. That was an excellent opportunity for a goal. Is Calvert-Lewin just claiming that it was a deflection that it didn't hit on target? That was one of those chances that we've been screaming that you need to score right there. Oh, was that Mikalenko's cross, actually? Yeah, that's excellent. Mikalenko, yeah, it looked like he had a little bit more pace than McNeil on that left side. That was exactly the kind of opportunity that we've been dying to see. We didn't see Mikalenko do that run almost at all last week. On the heat maps I was showing midweek, he never got to that position, but that's exactly what we need to see from him. And Godfrey. Okay, corner's coming in. A little bit under hit. We had all these players in the back post and couldn't get it to him. Potentially the wrong ball with an in-swinger to go to that spot. Yeah, really frustrating. We know he's out of confidence, but at least he's in the right spot. Okay, we're at 32 minutes. We're pressing them in, and they're in half. It almost worked out, and then they switched to the left side. Oh, Taki wiping out a player. That should be a yellow. And no surprise, he's in the book. I think Taki knew it immediately. Chopped him. So I'm at 32 minutes 36. So showing the replay now. Welbeck hold up play turned him. And that's we haven't seen this kind of maneuver from Calvert-Lewin at all today, have we? Either the turn it around that the center back or the pirouette where he turns into him. But that play from Welbeck, he's showing that hold up play that we know DCL is capable of when he's got confidence. But I think what Welbeck may well be their man of the match right now, or at least causing them problems. But they've got quite a few. Looks like we've got probably about a minute here of Welbeck recovering from that muscle impact on Taki. I'm going to go with my sniffles. I'm going to quickly duck out and mute and blow my nose off mic, but I'll be right back. Okay, right back here with you. On my timer, it's at 34 minutes. Thank you, James. Appreciate everyone who's on the line with me. We've got 51, 52 people following, so that's excellent. Hopefully, hearing my view rather than a commentary is a little bit different. I'm used to going downstairs when the early in the morning when it's still pretty early here and trying to be then all of a sudden I'll wake my wife up with a scream for a near chance like that one from DCL. Okay, looks like Burnley might be down to 10 men at the moment. although Burnley's a result we're caring about, really they're not the problem for us. Okay, the game is back in motion again. A goal kick. Again, trying to go via Adingra. I'm at 34 minutes. Oh, 35 right now. So a couple players we've been paying attention to. Danny Welbeck certainly looks injured after that tackle, and we've been keeping an eye on Idrissa Gana Gueye as well, where he looked like he pulled up a bit rough after he won a tackle. Okay, Harrison on the right. Okay, that was, and he actually passed it to feet for once, and then he got completely crowded in. Yeah, unfortunately, I think the ball that Doucouré gave him didn't give him much hope. He basically walked into a trap with three players, and they're winning it back against us. Adingra, okay, good positionally. We recovered nicely there. So again, we're playing that front six where we have, in this case, Harrison playing as in the Doucouré role to play that 4-4-2 out of possession. So they've been alternating on that right wing. It looks like from time to time, especially outside without the ball. Lamptey playing really advanced on that right side. So I suppose what you've probably been noticing is Brighton are playing with a back three. They said on their lineup card it was a back four, but in reality, I think it's a back three, very similar to what we see with a Man City, and I think Arsenal do it as well with that inverted fullback, and also Aston Villa with Matty Cash. But Lamptey's kind of playing as the right wing back on that side and giving that width. And then if they need an extra player for the defensive line, you're getting it through their two central midfielders of Lallana and Gross. Well, here's an opportunity. McNeil looks like it deflected for a throw-in. Godfrey play up in an advanced position. Did we not win that throw-in? That certainly looked like it was our ball. Smiling and smirking. Harrison asking him, and I guess he's saying, sorry, mate, I couldn't tell. Shrug of the shoulders. He thinks he got it wrong. It certainly looked like it was our ball, and Dyche isn't happy with it either. Telling the fourth official the lineman can't see, but so be it. That those kind of situations happen. We don't want VAR for linesmen. One Hex on the ball. Back to Dunk. I'm at 37 minutes 25. Dunk to Von Heck. Yeah. I'm really liking the confidence he's been at. He was playing just like this until we played away against United last year. And then Anthony ripped him a new one, and Anthony hasn't looked the same player since. But that was the match that I think Godfrey lost all his confidence. For that one there, Joey, I think the linesman got it wrong, and that's why Dyche was getting so mad, because it clearly looked like it made a deflection. Linesman missed it. Yeah, exactly. All right, so 38 minutes 15. Looks like Lallana's playing one in the ball from their weak link in their left back of Igor Julio. Lamptey taking on Mikolenko. Yeah, Mikolenko's got that covered. He's having a really, really solid match, handling him quite well. The problem is not that Mikolenko's doing poor per se, but the positions that Lamptey's taking up. Since he's playing a little bit further back, he's been able to either force Mikolenko to play out of position to go get him, or he's letting Lamptey have that ball and releasing on either his left or right foot. But because he's not advancing too far up the pitch, although those crosses are coming in, they're not kind of exposing our back line too much. So that side hasn't been as uncomfortable as on the left side. There was another winning header by Von Heck, but again, straight to Pickford. I'm really quite worried about at some point, I think the amount of headers that Brighton are winning in our 6 yard box or about 8 yards out is really going to punish us unless we figure something out, because I'm quite surprised how often they're winning headers against us. That's usually not a Dyche thing that Branthwaite and Tarkowski get beaten out. Okay, so I'm at 39 minutes 45. James Garner coming to about the halfway line. Godfrey, he took an extra touch. He should have released that to Garner Gay. He maybe doesn't have confidence in Gay holding the ball in that scenario. Tarkovsky, that was. I think I knew what he was trying to do, but just out for a simple throw in. Oh, my fantasy football is doing excellent with a second goal from Douglas Luiz this week. So 40 minutes, yeah. Adaya watch, as we're saying. I think this is a much easier match to watch, even with all the mistakes, than it was last week. Just a much more entertaining game with a lot of moving pieces going on, a little bit scary, but a far more entertaining fixture. Okay, let's update the banner. So take that down. Well, the one positive we'll take for this, even though I'm not gonna say I don't like Forest, but in a situation like right now, I think we absolutely need everything we can get. And 3-0 Villa at home, you don't want to jinx it, but I can't really see that being a fixture that we'll expect to see anything come back from Nottingham Forest in that second half. So a lot of the possession we're seeing from James Garner and Idrissa Gana Gay is basically a position for a fullback to receive. We're getting, looks like, oh, is that a free kick? Oh, geez, that was a really soft one. Really limited touch in the back, but Pascal Gross was in the right position. He was goal side, and Ghana had to make a bit of recovery contact. He's looking knackered. Let's have a look back. Oh, yeah, really soft free kick there, guys. But as we're saying, if you get goal side of the player, I think you get rewarded, and you're seeing that right there. So they have a. It might be just close enough to the 18-yard box that it's going to be hard for a free kick to come up and over the wall. We're at 42 minutes 20. We have Pascal Gross, Buonanotte, Ferguson, Welbeck. Geez, half of the squad there deciding what to do. Ferguson giving up on it. Looks like it's going to be a little tactical. Pascal Gross or Danny Welbeck deciding what they want to do. Looks like we're going to go with a 4-man wall. Jack Harrison's deciding if he wants to sit as the fifth or quickly jump off the wall to get in case they pass around him. Looks like it's going to be either Buonanotte or Danny Welbeck right now. I bet it's Welbeck. Oh, that's okay. That was a shocking free kick, but it's always the challenge that you hear from commentators, and I wasn't that great at free kicks, honestly. I think I got one that was a fluke contact, but when I played, but that position being so close to the goal, to kick that up and over the relatively large defensive wall of Everton, that wasn't going to be easy, but that was really poor from Welbeck. Okay, so we're at 43 minutes 20. Adingra beating Godfrey in the air. Sometimes I wonder with these long balls, Pickford has a lot of pace to him, but is it a matter of he's overhitting them and underhitting them and our players are in the wrong spot? Or is it a matter of you can't anticipate to have pinpoint accuracy because he's not Kevin De Bruyne, and it's kind of a dice roll to see if we're in that position where we can win the header and be in the right spot? Because if Adingra is beating Godfrey on a header, that's a really bad sign. Yeah, Bambi on ice for that free kick, but he has not been Bambi on ice the rest of this fixture so far. He's been their best avenue to goal. Adingra is one of their tactical positions to stretch us out. Oh, okay. So back to Godfrey. Okay, that was a poor pass, but it just worked out to Ghana. Mikalenko to McNeil. Okay, that's a bit better from positionally from James Garner. That interchange is, I think, our best route right now is on that left side between James Garner, McNeil and Mikalenko. Still not excellent, but there's a bit of overlap and dynamism of them taking up each other's positions to try and get past. But again, it's a really sad state of affairs when we're asking for so it's 0-0 here. For the other results, if I've got it wrong, let me know. But I think the ticker at the bottom of the screen is up to date. What I was going back to, when you think back to the Baines, Osman, Pienaar combinations of the past, you can see that at least this week, James Garner he is playing a lot better than last week. I'm still not saying it's excellent, but he is trying to do that pass and move and create some opportunities on that left side, but it still just seems to be breaking down. It's either a lack of pace and dynamism, or it's a matter of just simply not good enough. I think I'd probably say it's a combination of both there, but you see what they're trying to do on that side. Okay, so I'm at 44 minutes 50. We have 2 minutes of extra time here. Mikalenko throws it back to Branthwaite, back to Pickford. James Garner on the ball. First touch from Mikalenko to Doucouré. First time from McNeil. First time from DCL to Doucouré. This is a chance. A little bit under hit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, DCL. It was a little bit behind him, mind you, but it looks like it was offside anyway. We've been struggling with passing all day. I think, granted, that was offside, so it didn't matter in the end, but that was a really good example of. Oh, that wasn't even offside. They're showing that back. That looks like he was onside. But the release from was it McNeil or Doucouré to DCL was slightly behind feet. We know anyone that's played knows the last thing you want when you're running is to stop what you're doing, kind of contort your body back behind yourself. You want to be right in front of it. It's a lot easier to lunge to a ball that you're running onto. Anyway, ladies and gents, it's halftime here. Score is 0-0. In terms of the other fixtures from around the grounds, it looks like the Aston Villa match is still carrying on and hasn't reached halftime. But for the rest of them, 0-0 for us against Brighton. Burnley had that red card, but it's 0-0 from Palace and Burnley. We have Man United against Fulham at 0-0 as well, so uninteresting result there. Probably Rasmus Højlund being out for them is affecting their punchiness on goal. And 3-0 Villa Forest, and I think we take that. In terms of some statistics that I'm just pulling up off SofaScore right now, I'm worried about my stream cutting out. So if you've seen me look down at my phone, apologies. I'm pulling off the stats off my phone rather than screen sharing in case I lose out network. SofaScore in terms of the ratings of players. What's interesting is that from let's see if I can probably screenshot the fixture, and that'll be easier to go do a quick rundown. So let me do that. It may take a minute, but I'm going to screenshot the current match and show the lineups and some statistics. So I'll just pull those up. So I might dabble with trying to do a screen share. If this does lose network, please let me know, and I will just show some screen grabs instead. So I'm going to be showing, the computer will let me, the screen here. So hopefully doesn't seem to be coming through. Let me try that again. For those that are just jumping on right now, it is now halftime. I would say lucky for us that it's 0-0, but it has been a much more open game than last week, a much easier view in the eye. I know for all those watching, it might be easier in the eye because there's some flow to the match, but our passing has been quite shambolic. Occasionally we can hold 2 or 3 passes together, but a lot of underhit, overhit, one touch, kind of dragging it across the field and really limited flow going forward. We have had a few striking opportunities that have been kind of exciting, a little bit sort of on the break, one touch, and looks like Forest got sneaking in a goal just before their halftime finishes, but it's 0-0 in all the other fixtures. I'm never going to pronounce that one correctly. Niakate. So Forest still 2 goals to the good. So let's hope it stays that way. Oh, 2 goals to the good, meaning Villa are up by 2 goals. So let me see if I can get Sofa score up on that screen share again, and we can go through some of the statistics of that first half. Before I even pull up the numbers, though, I think those watching realize how much they've gotten a lot of corners, which I was not expecting today. And they're winning a lot of headers too, which again really was not expecting. But what has been quite interesting from my perspective is they're winning the headers, but every single header has been right at Pickford. They've been looking quite capable, Brighton through the middle, especially with how dynamic those middle 3 are. They've had Lamptey, their right back, kind of playing as a wing back, and Adingra on the left, and they've been able to quite comfortably pass the ball through the middle, and making Idrissa Gana Gueye and James Garner look kind of flat-footed and wanting, but they're just overmatching us. What I'm trying to figure out is how do we get Doucouré into this match? It seems that he's been passed around and bypassed. By the way, Brighton play a lot. So do we have him play as a midfield, like more of a midfield 3 rather than a 4-4-2 out of possession? And I think you guys see that. You'll get that line. Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
So, has the internet been cutting out, or has it been okay from the watch along?
It's been fine.
Cool.
Watchable. I don't know why I'm really small.
That's better.
Burnley are down to 10 men. That's a bit annoying. I mean, just the other results first and foremost. Burnley down to 10. A bit annoying because we need Crystal Palace to lose that game really and trying to suck them in or at least get a draw. So Burnley going down to 10 is a bit of a concern. But Forest are obviously losing at Villa, as you'd expect. And to be fair, you'd expect the other results to go our way, but you have to try and take advantage of that. I don't think we have played with enough aggression and purpose in this match. I think we've shown them too much respect, and when we get the ball, we're too often looking to pass backwards rather than go forwards with it, which is a bit infuriating. Like, you're getting the ball into the midfield, James Garner or Garner Gueye, but the first instinct is to go back to the goalkeeper or to go back to the centre half. Yeah. So I don't know what to suggest there. I mean, and the wingers are just very ineffective. We're not getting in behind them. When we did get in behind them with Mikalenko, we caused a good chance. When we did that with McNeil, Doucouré and Calvert-Lewin should have scored, but there's another level that we can go up to, but I think we're showing them too much respect.
Yeah, and partly it's showing too much respect. And on the other problem, though, Ryan, I don't think we've been good enough on the ball. It's been really sloppy. Like, if you give them respect, it's also that we don't respect our own passing ability, and we're giving the ball away a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see. A little
When
bit of lag there.
pressed,
Pass into the net. Gary, if we could just hold the ball. Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
I think we did hold the ball a little bit better towards the last third of that half. Yeah. your Wi-Fi is the next thing on the agenda, I'd say, because you go a bit fuzzy, then you come back in. But when we've pressed, if Brighton have got 4 players in their area, let's just say they've got the 4 players, they can play out quite easily because we're only going up with 3 and pressing with 3, so they always have that out ball, and then they play between the lines, and the turnovers actually suit Brighton better than us. So if we are going to push up and press, you have to go man for man. And we've just stopped doing that. We weren't doing that in the last 8 games, going man for man. When we haven't got, we've given a lot of corners away, and obviously they've had 3 free headers straight at the goalie, anywhere but at the keeper, and they've scored from set pieces. That's something to be.
We're lucky not to be down by 2 or something, huh?
Yeah, and there's nothing coming down the right-hand side. Our right-hand side is offering nothing. Jack Harrison's very predictable, and Ben Godfrey's not offering support, and even when he does, his distribution's horrendous. So it's pretty painful to watch without being. I'm not bleeding, but it is in pain. I am in pain watching it, I'd say.
Yeah, I think part of it, I'm so used to. Well, after last week's match, I'm happy today, and that's the low expectation of how poor we were against Palace. That I'm excited that we're even seeming to have any energy and risk to try and break. Like we look when occasionally, and it's really rare, we actually are looking dangerous on the counter attack, but it's all on that left side. The right side has been. We get a throw in and then we pass it back. Like, can Godfrey not do a long throw in? If he could, that's another in route on goal. If we have someone that can do the long ball. I don't remember, was it Rory Delap back with Stoke, and that was like something like that. Because then we can just have set pieces, throw Onana on for James Garner at some point, and just try and nick a header. I know that's a really sad tactic, but from that right side, I think that's the only thing we've really got going. Harrison occasionally, but every time Godfrey, Gay, and Harrison interplay, they set each other up for failure. They pass the ball, and all of a sudden, there's 3 Brighton players on them. On the left side, it's still not great, but you know what they're trying to do. They're swapping positions. They're trying to get more advanced. Mikolenko's actually, on occasion, going deep. Not the whole time, but sometimes.
I think if Brighton continue to attack down their left-hand side up against Ben Godfrey and send their full-back to go bombing on past their left winger, I think they'll find routes through. And Danny Welbeck's movement's really good. And I'm looking at someone like Jared Brantley. I don't be too mean, but he's kind of a bit too passive defensively. He's not engaging. He's not pushing up. Tarkowski did do that and got booked for a stupid one. The midfield is a bit too samey for me with Decore Garner and Garner Gay. I think they're all doing the same thing, and not one of them can actually keep the ball. I'd be tempted to go for Onana for Garner at half-time.
Yeah, I think that's probably the tricky part. I think, and I was saying this on my live stream before, like during the match, but Garner Gay wins the ball back, but he's been terrible the second he has it. He looks panicked. James Garner, on the other hand, isn't winning the ball back as much, but he's looking a little better than last week. He's moving into positions and trying to create a passing option a lot more. Garner Gay's passing option is pass back a lot more. So depending on how we want to play it, either you'd say Onana, but who do you want? Someone that create like a passing option that's forward thinking. Garner's trying to do it, not very well. Garner Gay is the pass back option, or when he gets it in the right spot, he's shanking it. But he wins tackles. But at some point, and I think that was, where was it here? Joey 11's point. They have a lot of energy in that midfield by how they play and pass around us. I think at some point, very soon, we need to figure out that sub, and it's a matter of who do we bring on. Either Dukes we take out and get creative up front, or we need to bring Onana on for one of our 2 central midfielders, because they're getting overrun a lot, and they're going to get really worn out.
The options aren't really on, though. I know when you're talking about running a forward pass, you've got Calvert-Lewin as isolated. He's got no one within 20 yards of him. Harrison on the right, McNeil very far on the left. And then 2 number 6s. I mean, it's very dysfunctional. What I would say is if we're going with a long ball into Calvert-Lewin, then we need to get players right up and alongside him for those second balls and knockdowns. And someone has to gamble and run beyond him. It must be absolutely nauseating for him to do that role. And if I can understand why we're playing from the back as well. I mean, we're trying to bring Brighton on and let them press us and then pass around them and then exploit some space in behind. But
Right.
we're playing one pass too many. There's times where like you're looking at it comes out to Godfrey and he's got a pass inside to Garnagay who's made a little movement in to take the ball in the middle and he's not using his left foot. He's crossing it back instead. And it's a bit too safe. And I get why it's 0-0. Probably like we'll take a point, but Brighton will score at some point in this game with the way they've played and their endeavour.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see it being any other way right now. Brighton are I mean, they're not playing excellent, the entire squad. You were talking about that left wing. I think I am expecting to see a substitution at halftime is my prediction, actually, because I think their left back has been woeful. What's his name? Igor Julio. SofaScore has him as the lowest rated player, I think, or at least for Brighton at 6.5, but he hasn't really done that much. He's given the ball away a bunch. And if you're worrying about the overlap, he doesn't seem to have that pace that Estupiñán does. I guess the question for them, Estupiñán will get a goal, but give away a goal. So if they want to take us on, I think we're dead in trouble if it's the Estupiñán and Adingra on that side.
Brighton haven't overcommitted players because they've been mindful that if they do overcommit and lose the ball, we're going to spring some counterattacks. But it hasn't been like that. When we've had the ball, we've never won it back in transition and tried to punish them. We've always just won it. It's either gone out for a goal kick or a keeper save it, and we build from the back, or we boot it long.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any transitional or counterattacks moments for us. And if someone like a stupid Jan, we've got our own stupid Jan, but if that stupid Jan could get more of
a stupid Jan, oh jeez, that's a good one. Here's a stat for you, Ryan. According to SofaScore, we have 0 XG at halftime.
The Lewis Dunk just mopped up everything, didn't he?
Well, what's weird, although I agree I suppose for an XG, you need to have a shot on target. That's the fun. Because there was a couple opportunities where DCL was kind of in on target, but it was off. I think they both went out for either corners or goal kicks. So it wasn't a shot on target that can give you an XG because you never expect a goal on a tough target. I don't think they anticipate a deflection to get the ball in. They are coming back onto the pitch though, right now, at least from what I've got. But yeah, 0 XG for us, right around 0.8. We have had more possession than I thought we would, but it's possession in an uninteresting area. As you're saying, it's basically a lot James Garner, Adrissa Garner-Gay, Tarkovsky, Pickford. It's that same boring, like safe nucleus in the lower spine of the team.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we're going to come back to the coverage here in a minute. Like,
yeah, I'll leave you to it. But very funny.
Who do you think is in route to goal? Do we think we're going to? Okay.
He's got to bring Beto on for one of the defensive midfielders and Onana as well.
He's got to bring on Beto. Yeah, I think Onana needs to come on. I'm expecting Beto to come on way too late. No.
Yeah, when we're chasing
we'll see. Cynicism is all on board. Okay.
See you in a bit. Enjoy. I'm watching.
Yeah.
You.
Well, the all-seeing eye of Ryan watching the match with us along, but kickoff has just came back. Everton kicking to the left-hand side of the screen. Looks like Danny Welbeck already in on goal, and they're going back to that Adingra left-hand side to Adam Lallana. We'll take that. A little pressured pass, and they have to start again. No substitutions at halftime. Looks like the same general line out. We have James Garner as the left central midfielder, making a little triangle combo with Mikalenko and McNeil. So I'm at 46 minutes 15. Pascal Gross is playing a very similar role, both him and Lallana, to what we are trying to do, but I think way less effectively than Brighton, bringing the ball up from the back. Brighton okay, looks like a free kick in our half. Looks like it may have been a head-to-head collision between DCL and not sure who that is on the ground for them. He's holding his face, holding his jaw. That might be Buonanotte. Oh, it's Igor Julio. Yeah, DCL came up with a raised arm and copped him in the jaw. That's going to be a painful one. I think we've got a couple minutes here to while they recover on the ground to see results across the other matches. All the other matches have kicked off. Fulham United kicked off first. They're at 50 minutes, still 0-0. As we were saying, I think Rasmus Højlund being out for them, who's been quite on form, is going to have an impact. Hopefully, he's not injured for too long, because I think he's a great addition to the Premier League. But I hope he's not fit and ready to play by the time we play away against United in a few weeks. Burnley, as we mentioned, at around halftime, are down to 10 men, but it's still a flat 0-0 against Palace. Aston Villa has kicked off. They're at 46 minutes right now. Villa at 3, Forest 1. So it looks like the ticker is still up to date. Idrissa Gana Gay's walking around and not looking. Let's see. Looks like he may have tweaked something on a lunge. That's the kind of injury that's not looking too great. Okay, he's coming off. I guess I expect this will open up the game for better or worse. Gana Gay winning those tackles, but Onana typically can do similar, depending on if he's depending on his form. So yes, Onana's just came in right now to sub on for an injured Idrissa Gana Gay. Looks like it was maybe a groin strain. Oh, all right, cleared away. But we have them penned in for a rare moment here. Mikalenko crossing it back in. Diagonal Tarkovsky. Back post, Branswaite. Oh, okay. No, that's a weak penalty shot, DCL. Get up. There was not much contact in that. I think when we know our long balls are effective when we go back post to Tarkovsky, that was one of those moments. But DCL, a little bit of contact in the box, but he's so desperate for any opportunity going his way that it just seemed obvious, even from me watching live. And I'm not sure if you guys thought similar, or did you think it was a penalty shout? Feel free to add your view in the comments, but to me, that wasn't a penalty. It just looked really weak. Mikalenko is actually looking really good here, holding the ball. Oh, okay, sloppy giveaway. Went into the middle. Godfrey exposed against the Dingra now on that left side. Taki well covered. Looks like a knee to the head of Tarkovsky. He does milk some of these, but this could be a painful one. For those just jumping on, we're at I'm watching off my Peacock subscription. We're at 50 minutes. Still 0-0. Idrissa Brighton have had the better of the chances. And but typically, I think Everton have had a couple chances, but they look better than they did last week, but still not good enough. It's only a matter of time for Brighton to score the way things are going. Idrissa Gana Gay looks like he may have pulled a groin or a hamstring, and Onana got subbed on a few minutes ago, so that wasn't a credit to Dyche for a tactical sub. That was a needs must injury substitution. So match back on at 51 minutes. Von Heck has the ball around the halfway line, and overhit pass to Pickford. That's a scary moment for us Everton fans, but Villa's still at home and have a goal and still owning the points, but getting interesting over there. I'm not sure if that was the comment. Do we think Brighton are going to win? The way this match is going, Brighton are going to score, I think, but Everton do look dangerous. They haven't had the ball on target yet, but when they have went forward, they've had a couple opportunities that I think if we go about it that way, I think we have a chance to score. But Brighton would definitely be the favourite for the bookies and for me. But I'm still holding on for a 1-1 draw because I can't see this being 0-0 at the end. But Brighton have had a 0-0 this year, and with dice matches, I think that's always a possibility. So another free kick, Pickford 2 hands up, going long with his pink boots and pink glove combo, overhit, and DCL not able to win it, but that was the right kind of combo play that we want to see between Doucouré and DCL. We talked about how DCL won 17 headers, but where do they go to? That was at least a well-timed run from Doucouré, expecting a flick on, just didn't pan out for us. So I think Pickford's been either we're poorly anticipating where the ball's going, or they're being overhit by Pickford quite a lot today, even if they're in the right general area. Well, good interception by Harrison. Let's see if we can stretch them out a bit. We have Mikolenko on from left fullback across into the middle for DCL. That was some good hold-up play there by DCL. Unfortunately, it was offside, but he actually held the ball, got on his chest, knocked it down, and took on a player. That was a good little moment for him. Great to see some love from Portugal. Thank you, Miguel. Yeah, and I think with all the coverage we've talked about, you need to be making good chances to create a penalty opportunity, and I don't think we've been doing that too often. So 3-2. Let me update the ticker. I know I was a bit slow on that. There's a change in score in the match for Aston Villa Forest. It is now 3-2 there. The Dinger crossing in. Generally well covered. You might be a little bit further ahead than I am, Peter. But I'll make comments if I see the same challenge you're discussing. I must be behind you guys. This is starting to scare me. Okay, I'm on 55 minutes. Von Heck has it in their defensive half. We are pinning them in a little bit. It hasn't worked out yet, but I do like that we're not overcommitting, because if we overcommit, they'll pass around us. So we're waiting for them to, if they want us to spring into their trap, we're not taking the first touch, the bait of that first pass against their central defender and making them come onto us. And I think that's working a little bit better. Thank you, Martin. Glad you're appreciating the watch along. I'm speaking all the thoughts I have on my own that are typically in my head, and you guys get to hear them. So hopefully, interesting perspectives. And as you guys are all doing, feel free to add comments if you agree, disagree, or want to vent about anything going on in the match. I'm going to happily cover it here. So I'm on 56 minutes. Mikolenko standing tall there. I guess now that he hasn't cut his hair for a few weeks, he's winning those headers now. Adingra came by, cross on the left side, but kind of weak. I'm at 56 minutes 30. That was a good long ball that for McNeil here, and we have a cross back post. Decore, oh, that's exactly what we've been looking for. That quick early ball with them out of position, but really well covered by Tyreek Lamptey right off the line. We have Anana passing back. Let's get the ball forward quickly, lads. Come on. We have Mikolenko. Oh, okay. Almost the right pass. But we are doing those nice little touches into the channels, just a little bit over hit. But to me, Mikolenko has been a really not even excellent from a going forward standpoint, but he's doing the right kind of plays. That they're showing a replay right now from Decore. That's exactly the type of chance that he is known to knock in. That was not an easy one. His long, dangly legs. He got his body organized, hit it with some power on target, but not struck hard enough. Very similar to what we saw against Palace last week, where I think Decore is getting his feet set up and making good contact, but you need more than just contact. We need to be able to strike the ball with a bit of venom into a corner. So Decore it looks like he's getting there. He's in the right positions, but we don't get many chances. So we need to knock some of. Imagine right now if he converted his opportunity like he did against Brighton, then all of a sudden we're up 1-0, and Brighton's home fans would be really agitated because we are clearly not the better squad today in terms of moving the ball, the opportunities. But when a home team doesn't convert and then you have that smash and grab feel, all of a sudden that's the perfect dice scenario. Well, that looked like it could have been a handball, but Tarkovsky's arm was down. Looked like Adingra either crossed or went for a shot, and it hit the elbow of Tarkovsky. Curious if they're going to do a VAR cover on that. Looks like the referee stopped in play for a moment. But so looking back, yeah, there's no way they're going to call that. That I would. VAR hasn't been calling those ones, and the referee showing that it was up on the forearm and saying how his arm was stuck to his body. I'm on 59 minutes 30. It looks like they're about to sub off Igor. I thought he would be subbed off at halftime, but they're taking him off. I'm trying to see. Look, they're bringing it. Oh, it's a double sub here or more. Looks like a Stupinian might be coming on. Who else? Who's number 31 for them? So Stupinian's coming on. For that tactic that Ryan and I were talking about at a halftime. Who's number 31 for them? Is that Lamp? No, they're taking Welbeck off. He hasn't been as effective. So they're taking off Igor, Lamptey, and Welbeck are the three they're taking off. And I'm wondering if they're bringing Veltman to right back as well and doing a Veltman. Oh, okay. Looks like Ansu Fati might be coming on. They're number 31. Yeah, so Ansu Fati, Veltman, and a Stupinian. So I guess some fresh legs for them. I thought Lamptey was really good on that right side, but maybe wasn't as effective. So now that they have Veltman coming on the pitch, he's more of a traditional fullback. So I would imagine he'll be playing a little bit deeper than Lamptey was. So potentially a different tactic to try and take them on the left-hand side. He's a bit smaller, but he will play deeper. So maybe there's a little bit less space for us to exploit on that side. Because if I can see it from here, I'm sure Roberto De Zerbi would notice it as well, that there was some opportunities on that left side. Ansu Fati would be coming on for Danny Welbeck, and we'll see how he lines up, because Welbeck was doing excellent. Lewis Dunk. Oh, okay. So credit DCL there. I know we're not giving him credit from a striking prowess, but still pressuring a Lewis Dunk to overhit with a bit too much venom back to Verbruggen and giving us an opportunity with a corner right here at approximately 61 minutes 30. We'll have to check that again, Jacko, but I believe Dobbin is actually not even in the lineup. In the match day squad. I'm not sure if it's Dyche's opinion of not being good enough, or is it injury? I'd have to say injury. Okay, cross coming in, going to back post. Onana wins it, but who was that? Ferguson or Veltman had him covered, but Onana clearly wins that aerial contest, but his header was poor. Let's have a look again here, just off camera. Oh yeah, okay. So Onana was in the wrong spot. I think it was never really going to get to him, and it's because Ferguson actually missed it that Onana even made contact. So not much you can do right there. No point blaming Onana. He was in the right spot. Yeah, so I think what you're getting at the Blues is exactly what I'm thinking, that for a long time they were playing a right wing back with Tyreek Lamptey, but now with Veltman, Veltman's going to play deeper, and I imagine a Stupinian is going to try and play up wide on the left. So instead of their left fullback being right fullback being a winger, their left fullback might be a winger, and they're going to try and overload on that left side and have a 2v1 or 2v2 combo with Harrison and Godfrey trying to hold down the fort against a Dingra and a Stupinian with his blistering runs. Well, looks like DCL's hit in the lower back, but nothing doing from a free kick side of things. Hopefully he recovers just enough that we bring Beto on or something else to change up the forward line. Von Heck to Veltman, looking very stale and not looking very creative on their options on that play. So I guess credit to Everton for their positionally to give Brighton the ball and not sure what to do within the halfway line. Lallana to Buonanotte with a little darting run, well covered, and then cleared up to DCL. Oh, that was the right kind of opportunity for a counter-attack, but he did not win the header to get it back to Decore. So, and the other thing that's quite interesting now, Adingra coming in. For those watching, it looks like Adingra has swapped sides to the to right wing now. So, yeah, I think the Blues is right on that tactic that I've been trying to track. So now that the combination of a fullback passing to the winger and then the opposite side, their fullback plays as a wingback. So Stupinian is going to be the winger / wingback on that left side going forward. And that's what we want to see Jacko for too. I'll update the banner. Looks like still no goals for Fulham against United. And, looks like Fulham may have just scored, actually. Sometimes SofaScore will update before the goal's fully gone through, so I'll update it for right now, but Fulham may have snuck a goal in around that 66-minute mark. I'll update the banner. An offside opportunity, but Garner did not hit that on target either way. So Villa 4, Forest 2, United 0, Fulham 1. Anytime that United aren't winning is nice for us fans that are used to United being the big club of the Premier League for years. So it's nice to see them rough it down with the rest of us. "65 minutes. Stupinian early cross to the back post. Overhit. So looks like it was confirmed that Bassey scored for Fulham. Looks like Bassey is one of, I'm not that familiar with the Fulham squad, to be honest, but he's one of their centre halves playing today. They're number 3. So James Garner on the ball with Onana. I'm at 66 minutes, 35. Godfrey not sure what to do. Looks kind of flustered for passing options, but not releasing early enough. It really doesn't seem that Harrison and Godfrey, I'm not sure saying getting along is a fair term, but knowing when to release the ball to each other or giving each other good options. Looks like Beto is coming on for DCL right around that 67-minute mark. Either it's that lower back soreness that DCL was having, but I think about bloody time is the feeling for a lot of us. But there's no guarantee that Beto is actually going to do better. We haven't had too many balls through the channels, but DCL hasn't been terrible today, but he didn't convert the one chance he did have, but he's been a little bit starved for options in the final third. But yeah, Beto coming on for Calvert-Lewin. And I have that at 67 minutes, 30 on my clock, and is now on the pitch. Mike. Yeah, confirm that just went through. Okay, Beto's first touch, looking a little bit under hit to Harrison, crossing his left to back post to Corey. No. Very quickly, Brighton coming forward after our attacking opportunity. Adenga kind of meandering into the middle to Pascal Gross. Ferguson looking a little bit. He hasn't been that good for them today. Welbeck was much better, but Ferguson on the ball, taking a strike from distance, comfortably covered by Pickford. I'm here at 68 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm trying to think back to this one, the Blues. I think that was the one where I mentioned that the ball was slightly hit behind him and it was a little bit awkward, but he was still in the right general position. And that was right around that half time, I believe, where they called it offside, but VAR was looking at it. But since he missed the opportunity, it didn't really matter. So completed passes, I think on the coverage here, they said 403 to 200 and something. Oh, here, oh no. Okay, well covered, Taki. That was way too close. Looks way uncomfortable out of position, but handled. Veltman to Gross, Mikolenko holding firm on that left side. Trying to pass that ball early and rolling the dice from James Garner didn't work out. Covered. It was a 4-on-1 combo against Beto, so they're probably very aware here. Beto's got the ball. Okay, this is an opportunity right now. Into that channel. Great from McNeil. What first touch? Oh, that's a foul. That's not a yellow. That's got to be a yellow against Von Heck. He dove in. Yep. That's what we've been waiting to see. Someone breaking the lines and making them uncomfortable. And Von Heck got caught with his, not going to say pants down, but he was not comfortable taking that position on, and he had to, he wasn't close enough and had to slide in and overcommit. And the second Beto knocked it past him, had to take him out. So one of their two centre halves on a yellow. Maybe this is an opportunity to make him uncomfortable the final 20 minutes. Test that combination and see if Von Heck either lets him pass because he doesn't want the second yellow, or he overcommits on a diving challenge just like that and takes them off and puts them down to 10 men. Anyway, I'm at about 70 minutes 30. It's either James Garner or James Garner's going to be taking the free kick on our left side and knocks the ball in. Oh, come on. That was a really good delivery from James Garner. Front post. And Beto just in the wrong spot, a little bit too far ahead of it. But that was an excellent delivery from James Garner. That almost making contact, at least when they showed the camera back. Okay, I need to update the ticker here for Crystal Palace. Apologies there. not the result we wanted, but I suppose they're not the biggest of our rivalries right now. But bringing anyone into the relegation fight with us right now is what we need. So it looks like Palace have scored 2 goals. Other results around the league right now: Fulham having a surprising 1-0 lead away from home at Old Trafford. Palace with a 10-man Burnley have now gone to a 2-goal lead at Selhurst Park, with goals scored by Chris Richards and then recently by Jordan Ayew, and quite a heavy scoring fixture at Aston Villa 4-2. Looks like we have another substitution at around 72 minutes, and Ciso is coming on. I'm trying to check who he subbed in for. Right though, at the time where we have a free kick coming in from Pickford. So he's the whole match is clustered around the 8, coming in on that 18-yard box, going to the back post again. Oh yes, let's go! Branthwaite, excellent. Knocked down on a wonder strike to that postage stamp of a top right corner right there. Excellent. 1-0 Everton. Let's go. I've got my mic set up here and you guys are listening to me, but if someone isn't, can someone just sing Spirit of the Blues in honor of the energy we're all feeling right now? We're nicking a 1-0 away at Brighton. Oh, this is excellent. Okay, so they've shown it back. Pickford long ball to the back post. Looks like it was kind of won by Tarkovsky, but it was a bit of a mangle in there, and we took advantage of the second ball right there. Looks like one touch from Branthwaite on his weaker foot to set him on the left, and fantastic. Those are the kind of goals that 19 comments since I checked last. Apologies there, guys. Got to add all of your comments up. Yeah, get in. This is excellent. That rocket. Jacko, I'm feeling it, not just saying it like that. I am bouncing right now. Well, if Harrison's going for 16 million, I think maybe we could pay off all of our debts to 777. If he does go to Real Madrid, but we need a replacement that isn't Michael Keane. Yeah, if he doesn't have a misses, he's going to have quite a lot of attention going on him if he's walking around Liverpool this weekend. Okay, all the main update for those jumping on. We're in a moment of smash and grab potentially for all those watching. We're up 1-0. A Branthwaite wonder strike on around 73 minutes. There we go. McNeil's coming to Decore on that left side. Does he cross early? No, he tucks in. Oh, right idea, but he got double teamed. Veltman had him covered. The time for me, I'm on 75 minutes 15. Looks like there's a penalty for Crystal Palace. We'll keep tabs on that result, but at the moment they're 2 goals to the good, and I don't see that changing. Mikolenko's been immense too, giving a lot of opportunities on that left side. De Zerbi looking quite peeved, tucking his mouth under his zipper there. if my internet just cut out there, apologies. I think probably competing with the entire block on a Saturday morning is a little bit tricky. Everyone's waking up over here at 9:30. Yeah. Thank you for catching that. I certainly tried to make that nice and ready. I also kept a Life magazine, the Beatles, snuck in there as well. Branthwaite, comfortable clearance, 76-40. Yeah, Peter, I'm not comfortable either, but all I'll say is we're in a position that if they do score at home, we at least have a point on the board. I'm pretty pumped right now, but we have 13 minutes of regular time to play on 77 minutes. And I imagine at least 5, if not more, for stoppage time. The second half seems to always have more stoppage time. Appreciate the love from South Africa. I can't do my South African that well, but had some friends from South Africa when I was growing up in Perth. Branthwaite, being boss man, he just tackled Adingra, and Adingra's on the ground, and he's standing over him, showing his chest out. Tarkovsky comes over and kind of does a chest bump with him. Excellent for the confidence. And we'll update the ticker there, but I think, Eugene, you're mentioning there was a penalty, so 3-0 to Palace. So that doesn't help our situation, but as we've said, we're getting the points that we need, and it's we can hope for 10 points later coming back. But right now, if we're getting 3 points, that gives that at minimum we're going to be ahead of Luton and staying outside the bottom 3. Yeah, there's a little bit of a challenge here, Peter. I think if we hold on for dear life, they get a score. But if we hold on just enough to make them exposed on the counterattack, we now have Beto and Decore pumped up for this. You can see the urgency of Brighton, but Everton have figured out that formula. We're having that instead of having a 4-4-2 out of possession, it's now looking more like a 4-5-1. And I think there's a challenge here, Jared, on either we're holding the ball at the back and trying to bring Brighton in, but it's been a little bit nervy the entire time on us holding possession. But I think right now, being a goal up, the confidence of our players, you're probably noticing that we're winning the ball back a little bit more. We're looking a little bit more comfortable on the ball the second we got that goal. The tail's up, and I'm not listening to audio, but I'm sure you're hearing the Goodison gang roar, the grand old team probably, and Spirit of the Blues just bellowing from that away support. Okay, I'm on 80 minutes here. Everton won, a wonder strike from outside the box from Jared Branthwaite being the difference right now. Brighton nil. They've had the majority of the chances, not too many recently. We've looked really comfortable for the last 15 minutes at least, but they are having more of the ball. But then they're not finding a way to break through as much. They're not winning the headers they were in the first half. Oh, red card! Red card on 80 minutes. Who did this go to? I think Brighton are down to 10 men. And Onana's on a heap on the floor holding his left shin, screaming in pain. It looks like Billy Gilmore's off. Yeah, Gilmore sent off. He doesn't look happy about it. I have to see the replay on what happened here. Oh, to be honest, I'm not sure that is a red, but I mean, if it helps us, we take it. Gilmore had a heavy touch. He's responding. Oh yeah, okay, that's gonna be a red. They're not gonna be able to overturn that. It was a little bit lazy from Gilmore. Of all challenges, that was not a terrible challenge. We've seen worse, but DCL got a red card for much less earlier in the year. Yeah, I think it's probably on the slightly more red than yellow side, but there have been a lot more worse reds in recent weeks. We had that Mason Holgate horror show. But Gilmore's going down the tunnel, holding his face, realizing the mistake. Oh, where is it? Onana looking in distress. Let's hopefully he recovers. Otherwise, we may have to get really creative as a back five. Maybe we have to bring Decore into the middle and have a two in the middle if we have to sub off Onana. And then you'd have Coleman as a right wing back and Godfrey as the right center, central midfielder. So we'll see how this goes. But if Onana's not able to play, we might be in trouble for the next coming weeks, let alone today. I haven't been able to listen to the commentary there, but Gilmore clearly it didn't look that intentional. It seemed what happened was he had a heavy touch and he tried to react and get to the ball and overstepped to try because he wasn't in position and got Onana on the lower ankle. So we're sticking with that red card. Hopefully Onana gets better. Otherwise, we don't have many defensive midfield options right now. We don't really have a wing option. I don't want to bring Ashley Young in and bring Harrison into the middle. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. So hopefully he can come back on and we don't have to move to a back five. Mikolenko with the clearance. We're on 83 minutes 20 right now. The Stupinian playing quite high on that side. That substitution for Brighton hasn't been that effective, honestly. The Stupinian against Godfrey hasn't been anywhere near as effective as a Dinger against Godfrey in that first half. So credit to Godfrey, and I suppose the tactic hasn't worked out. In addition to credit to Godfrey on that right side, we're at 8 minutes 45, 83 minutes 45. Sorry. I guess Beto has made some impact, but reality it was that goal changed everything. Adam Lallana's on the pitch. No, Adam Lallana, sorry. Billy Gilmore was off. Adam Lallana's on. I get those guys mixed up. Godfrey taking it on the right wing. Love to see it. Let's go. Harrison falling over the ball. Not much contact. – 84 minutes 30 for me here. Branthwaite on the ball. Oh, that's a lovely idea. A little bit overhit, but finding that space where we can expose Von Heck on that yellow card, and Beto going through that channel. Right idea, just slightly overhit. So let's do a quick score update. It looks like what's his name? Jean-Philippe Matata is made it 3-0 for Palace. Other scores are unchanged, where we have Aston Villa at 4, Nottingham Forest 2, so quite a high scoring one. Burnley have scored a goal against Palace, it looks like, and it's 3-1. And Fulham holding on probably for dear life. I haven't been watching it, but 1-0 for Fulham. They get away at Old Trafford. Oh, that's good. Okay, we're on a counter attack here. James Garner through the middle to Abdullah Decore. Von Heck challenging. Oh, a nicely weighted ball to Beto being challenged. That could be a yellow. Oh, and skied over right on 86 minutes. Beto with the chance, a little bit of contact from Dunk, but that was exactly the opportunity that Beto needed. He timed his run, kind of had an arcing run going back towards our own goal so we could go left just when Decore released, well timed, but skied over the bar. It's the challenge we've been having with him for a little while now. The energy's there, just not converting his opportunities, and that was certainly one of them. So ticker is updated. For those jumping in for the last 10, 15 minutes of this one, Everton have a bit of a smash and grab going on. Our tails are up now, but we're holding on a little bit. But there was a poor challenge after the goal from. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Great save by Pickford. Ansu Fati had a strike from just outside the box in 87 minutes, going to Pickford's lower right-hand side. Not perfectly hit, so it's just weak enough for Pickford to get his hand to, or his mitten. So still remaining 1-0. Here's a danger on that left side. Cut back. Clear it. Beto clears it out to McNeil. 87-30. Oh, there's a yellow up at no. McNeil got knocked, but I think he fell over a little too easily. But that was an opportunity right there. But not called by the referee. I think a bit of a 50-50 when you get those kind of contact if the player's looking to fall. And I think the referee may have got duped. Yeah, flip. I've seen a few comments about flippers. I know some of the long dangly players that we have up front, Decore kind of the same way. Look kind of awkward on the ball. I'm at 88 minutes and 15. Looks like a free kick. One on the right wing for Brighton, so it'll be brought in from Pascal Gross. A little bit of a nudge in the back. But the other score update, unfortunately, looks like Maguire is earning his paycheck, and it's now 1-1 at Old Trafford. Looks like they're subbing Decore off here at about 88 minutes 45. Who are they bringing on? Ashley Young. Oh, geez. Maybe he's got 5 minutes of energy in the tank, but I don't understand this one. Just before a cross comes in too. Why would you do it now? You're losing height for the free kick. Hopefully this doesn't screw us. Branswaite to the back post. Okay. This is a scary scramble. Okay, looks like we got it covered. Godfrey has it. Okay. Geez, that was really close. If you guys are watching back, that 89th minute had a scary moment there, but we just handled it. There might be a VAR replay coming on after that free kick. Oh, they're looking for a handball against Godfrey, I think. That should not be. Look like it got his left shoulder. And it was right against his body. I doubt they'll call it, but the referee's trying to hear his audio without being attacked from the player so we can hear what VAR's got to say. So it looks like we might be dealing with a nervous minute or two here on the VAR check. But to me, Ben Godfrey's arms were down. That shouldn't. It's nervy, but I don't think they're going to call it. But I'm not sure if it's been cleared to play again. Okay, yep, it looks like it's been cleared, and we have a goal, and we either a free kick or a goal kick. We're at now 90 minutes 21. The good news that not a penalty called for VAR. The bad news, we're now at 90 minutes 30 of a minimum 9 minutes of stoppage time. Von Heck is on the ground screaming in pain. Looks like Beto nicked him on the ankle. Yeah, 9 minutes. Blues. We're holding on for dear life, but we do have 10 men, so they really have to. Let's wait for an opportunity to sneak another goal in here. I'm not sure where Ashley Young is playing. I've been trying to block that out and watch the rest of the result, but oh, that's a weird yellow card against Beto. It looked like he may have accidentally stamped on him, but there was no intention. Brighton really looking devoid of options outside of some set pieces here. Playing it back, trying to bring Everton out of position. Looks like Harrison has gone to the Doucouré role of the number 10 and Ashley Young playing right wing. And honestly, for a few minutes, I think as a defensive replacement, Young isn't always the worst option. Oh no, I'm going to bite my words here. It looked like Ashley Young was getting a little bit too handsy. Looks like he might even be in the book too. So there's a foul against Everton on Brighton's attacking half right around the 92-minute mark. Onana with the yellow card. I don't think he did the foul. I think it was from a verbal complaint from him not thinking Ashley Young's foul was a foul. But they're setting up for a free kick against us here in 92 minutes. Oh, that was poor by them, and we'll take it every day of the week. Braithwaite back to Pickford at 92 minutes 30. Onana. Oh, that was close. Okay, to Tarkovsky. Out to right fullback. Onana losing it, but we've got the throw in. Ben Godfrey on the ball for the throw in. Hopefully, just go long down the touchline. Okay, to Estupiñán, we win the ball back. Is that Ansu Fati? He's looking comfortable. Adingra on the right wing against Mikalenko. Mikalenko holding strong. Excellent. McNeil on the ball. Long diagonal to Beto. Verbruggen wins it, holding possession nicely to Von Heck. Now back to Veltman. And now they're in the middle at 36 minutes 20. Garner overcommitting. We have Adingra coming through on the right. Crossing opportunity. Took his time passing it back to Veltman. To Von Heck. The Estupiñán studs on the ball. Pascal Gross looking for that back post from Adingra. Well covered from McNeil. So not sure what time you guys are on, but I am here at 93 minutes 55. There is a corner after McNeil knocked a back post cross out for a corner kick. It looks like everyone is up for Brighton right now. No keeper though, just everybody else. Pascal Gross has one hand up for the corner. Usually that's signal for front post, but kind of middle. One by Braithwaite and a terrible clearance header from Harrison. So it's coming right back in. Pascal Gross on his left foot, no, right foot. Good tease back post. Oh no! 1-1. Excellent header from Lewis Dunk, but why was he so free on the back post? It's 1-1 at 94 minutes and 30. I'm not sure I'm raging, but it's incredibly disappointing. I think Everton Rose has it just right. Deflating, really deflating. It all started from that corner where it was a first clearance was excellent and a terrible second header from Harrison. Pascal Gross with a really good juking cross going to the back post. And who does he beat? Was it Ben Godfrey he beat in the air? Yep, Ben Godfrey. Slightly out of position. Excellent header from Dunk. But in a way, classic Everton. But a classic Everton this year has been a 1-0 away smash and grab. But with a goal in extra time, I suppose we have at least 3, probably 4 minutes, or at least 4 minutes to go, I think. I really don't want to change this banner, but I think we have to at this point. There's no VAR overruling. It is 1-1. Brighton are down to 10 men away at the AMEX. 73-minute wonder strike from Jared Branthwaite and an extra time header won by Dunk against Ben Godfrey on the back post. Very good header from Dunk. We can't. You have to give credit where credit's due, and unfortunately, credit goes to Lewis Dunk right there. So I'm on now 96 minutes 30. Everton have a free kick from Pickford. One of these long diagonal balls, a really poor pass actually, but Tarkovsky's got it. Looks like maybe another free kick. James Garner's got the ball. He's getting mauled. We won another free kick at 96 minute 45. So it's going to be another one of these long balls from Pickford, hopefully to the back post, and maybe we replicate some of that Jared Branthwaite magic. Certainly running out of time to get those 3 points, Blues. I'm at 97 minutes of the 9 minimum, but I think we're with a goal and a lot of free kicks here, we're probably going to go into at least the 100-minute mark. I sure hope so. Okay, Dwight McNeil's got the ball. Tarkovsky. Oh, he's going to cross. We'll see about this one. Going back post to Harrison. One touch. Have a strike. Go for it. Oh, shocking. Absolutely shocking. He's looking pissed off with himself, but half of the Everton squad are raging, just throwing their arms around. I think at Harrison. He was going for the back post, but that was nowhere close, and there was a lot of players in the box there for Everton. Really not good enough for Harrison for me. We've got probably sorry, Blues internet cut. I'm back. We're still playing. We're at 99 minutes and 11 seconds. Still 1-1. Von Heck is going over hit a ball. It's going to be a very drawn out Pickford goal kick, I think. We're at 99 minutes and 25. Roberto De Zerbi looking really frustrated. Ashley Young into the middle to Onana. Really glad to see him back on the pitch. That was a really scary situation. So Onana into the middle, over hit. McNeil does not have a right foot. Mikolenko, here's a chance. Okay. Verbruggen. He's got it. It's now 9 minutes 55. This might be it, Blues. And that looks like time. I'm sure we'll hear a lot of emotions from the rest of the follow Everton on the post-match here, but geez, what a really devastating 2 points lost, huh? We had it in the bag. They're showing Branthwaite, showing Dunk. Honestly, if we did win that, it would have been a smash and grab, but it was ours to lose. Ben Godfrey often struggles on these back post headers, and defensively he's a robust tank. He's 6 foot. He's got the right build, but he was out muscled against Lewis Dunk, And unfortunately, the other thing that'll probably come back. Yeah, thank you everyone that's been following this. This is excellent. I'll probably be on for a couple more minutes and then give everyone a time to have a breather. You guys in UK, maybe a bevy, see what the scores are like, and jump back on with our post-match team. I believe it's going to be Robbie and Wes, but there might be some other people coming along. I know Ryan likes to jump on as well, so please keep an eye out for that one that will go live here pretty soon. I have been to Liverpool a few times. To claim I want to be a Scouser would take away the identity of being Aussie Chris, I suppose, Emma. But I really appreciate the following. I think we were halfway between 50 to 100 people watching this match the entire game. So credit to you guys and thank you. And it seems you really enjoyed the coverage here. But yeah, going back to that final goal, the other thing that we have that we'll look at, and I'm sure will be covered, Beto was marking Pascal Gross, and that allowed for quite an excellent cross. Honestly, exposed Godfrey being slightly out of position, and they found Lewis Dunk, has scored one goal that was disallowed this year at Goodison off a similar kind of opportunity. That was off a cross and off his instep, but that was an excellent strike that was offside that day. So I think he was probably due to score against us, but Beto looked outclassed against Pascal Gross for the cross.
Points a share.
Hello, Ryan.
The AMEX, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Everton 1.
Absolutely fucking deflated. What are they fucking doing? They got an extra man and they panic and give away stupid corners. And then even then they're not blocking the one threat they've got, which is Lewis Dunk. They can fuck off. Seriously, stupid, Chris.
Yeah. Now I don't want to blame McNeil for the corner. That was actually a good cross to the back post. He did the right thing to make it a corner. But there were some other stupid fouls that were unnecessary prior to that. And from what I was just saying, I think you were listening, Beto marking Pascal Gross. When you have an extra man, do you really want a clunky striker marking their talented crosser of the ball? Absolutely not. It's driving me nuts. That was it. And I know Godfrey probably shouldn't have been marking Dunk either. Honestly, he's not good enough defensively. Aerially, when trying to win a header to score a goal, he's okay, but he is outclassed a lot in the air. We have their best player aerially is probably going to be Dunk. Ferguson's not that big, so it's going to be Dunk or Von Heck, and Braunthwaite and Tarkovsky were not on him. Onana's a giant. Why wasn't he on him? Granted, it wasn't off the set play. It was a little bit afterwards, right? It was in the field, so maybe it moved around and they had to change their marking. But that's what really frustrates me. Why did that happen?
We bottled that. We completely bottled it. It would have been robbery if we'd have won that game, but it was also robbery that we've not won it because they went down to 10 men. And the corner was a needless corner where we panicked, and you should have your best players marking their best threats. Chris, I don't know if you want to wrap things up because there's going to be a match reaction.
Yep.
You've done amazing.
Let's do that.
But I am absolutely livid. I kind of want to do that match reaction, but I think it's Robbie and Wes. Guys, if you're jumping on, there's going to be a separate match reaction stream in about 5 minutes. So let's thank Chris for doing an amazing job. Put your thumbs up in the comments for Chris. If you appreciated it, let us know. He's been on here for 2 hours. Well done, Chris.
Yeah. Well, my post-match was covered for the last 2 hours, I suppose, but we'll see what's going on, and I'll be available to jump on, but I think Robbie and Wes have got it covered. But I think you have all the you get an opportunity to rant. I've been ranting live for 2 hours, all right? So let's do that. Again, thank you everyone for following on. This was an excellent following. It was at least 50 plus watching live. So thank you to everyone. I know it was a frustrating result in the end, but one away at Brighton. It could have been a whole lot worse. You take a point, but man, that was
without context, it's a good point, but with context, it's a dreadful result.
We blew it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Chris.